welcome back to Troopers Travels. A long awaited 6 weeks since I last did any vlogging, or vlogging as people say. I say vlogging anyway. I'm currently in Carlisle this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back on Monday. The largest town in the UK, on the border, it's like border with Scotland and theatre. A lot of squabbles went off here with English and Scottish, and also Roman fort. So I hope you've not missed me too much, but I'm back and this is what we're doing. So we're going to do some videos now. We're at Carlisle Castle. I'm going to nip over there and shortly and show you something down there. I don't know what it is. It looks like a jail or something, an old jail and part of walls. So enjoy the video and we'll have a look round. See you in a minute. This is quite interesting. This, it's some type of like maybe jail, I don't know. And that is part of the wall what probably went round the city. It's gone there anyway, but right, we'll have a look round. You can't really see much in it, but I think it shuts at 5. I've only just got here, but have a quick look. And I'll give you some more information about the place shortly. Right, let's start giving you some information. Whether or not it's interesting, I don't know, but we'll try. Some type of moat here. Quite a steep embankment as well. So, prior to the castle we see today, this were known as, well, it were Roman fort. In AD 72 it were built of turf and timber previously, and then later we used to support the garrisons on Hadrian's Wall, which was staging a post-invasion of Scotland by Romans. So we'll have a look. Obviously that's Portrait Wall. Yeah, that's pretty modern though, I think that. And we'll have a little look down here. It's an English heritage site. I'm not sure if I can get it with my card, to be fair, but I will try. So basically, Hadrian's Wall, I've just mentioned Hadrian's Wall, it ran from Bowness on Solway and it were 84 miles long and ended at Wallsend, hence the name Wallsend in Newcastle upon Tyne. So that was, it's 84 miles. I don't know if that's correct, to be fair, but I've heard it's less than that, but I wouldn't mind doing a 5-day walk amongst it. I've done it before, but not the 5-day walk. So we'll have a look in castle and give you a bit more information. This is the gatehouse. You can see the moat bit. We'll talk about that in a second. Have a quick look. Have a walk inside it. Sorry about that if I've had to rewind, but people walking through. Nice bridging up there, if you can see that. This is the killing zone. Get stuck in here, you've blown it. And this is the entrance. I'll just go in here and get booked in. Right, let's explore it. That's the big keep there. Just try and get his bearings as well. There's a military museum here and all. And that's from Henry VIII era. Initially that level would have been lower than this. It's been built up since then, but that's where your cannons would have been. So let's talk about this bit more. Obviously this is the Half Moon Battery. It was built in 1540 to defend the town or city. when it were being overhauled. The semicircle structure provided extra protection to the approach to the inner wall, that's that area there. This was the nerve centre of the castle, and it had its walls on each side of the ditch, so there were walls here and there were walls there, but all these walls have disappeared now. Initially its structure would have been level below that, but this has all been done, which is now being turned into like a parade ground, which I think it's like some type of barracks here as well. It says Gallipoli over there, so I remember that film with Mel Gibson. But there's some bits and bobs what I probably missed, possibly. But that's your in a bit anyway. Quite a big courtyard, isn't it? Massive. Last time I were here, I can't remember it being this big. Unless it was Russian, I don't know. We'll continue. Anyway. Obviously at the ground level there was a stone parapet with 3 openings for 3 cannons, and also we were defended below. Had windows for 11 soldiers and 1 each on 2 stairs. There's 3 blocked up vents apparently in the ceiling in there. I think there's some steps there where gunpowder used to were an outlet for gunpowder until of course invention and smokeless gunpowder in late 19th century. So let's have a look around when we get opportunity. So that would have had water in it, that. Hence the moat. That must have been where water came in. Must have diverted river. That's your big keep anyway. We're looking there shortly, and there's that Mary Queen just got similar seat. That's this in here. Have a nosy. I'm gonna have a nosy in it. Lots of stalagmites, isn't there? But yeah, there would have been holes in the ceiling above this, so it would have actually gone at that level before that parade ground were built. And this is the half-moon battery, like I've just explained, but we'll have a look downstairs. This way down there. Well, wait a minute. The nose you down. We are tripping over. Right, we're going in it now. God, it's cooler down here. Once you get all this, it's pretty dark. So this is where they would have been shooting people at that level, so that embankment wasn't there previous. According to form, that's the way the gunpowder used to go out. It's there. Quite spooky down here. And then we'll go back upstairs. Quite a few people here. Shuts at 5 and all. Well, we're about an hour 15. Right, let's explore the keep. Some type of structure here. Foundations. So at the ground floor, I think there's the dungeons. The first floor, the Great Hall, and the second floor there's some medieval carvings. But we'll have a look around here first. Oh, this is a bit murky. This, I think last time I was here I got orbs in this. Wow, this is a bit chill. It's a big cell though, isn't it? the storeroom and the dungeons apparently. I might have got it wrong. Steps up here. Watch your head. That's your view. Some type of apartment. Small though. And this is your graffiti front prisoners. Like a man there, look. And that's your medieval stuff as well. Which we can't get to. Yeah, back from 15th century. And up we go. Can't go up there, can we? And this is the Zeisbinger level, I think. And that's where I started my vlog. We'll have a walk back down and see what we've missed downstairs now. It's a massive keep, this, isn't it? Absolute massive. Some little fireplaces here as well. Can you see that? Maybe an oven. A bakery, possibly. That's definitely an oven. And this is where Queen Mary's Tower were. This is where they had Mary Queen of Scots. This was built in 1308, the residential tower, now known as the Mary Queen of Scots, for it added a lot of fine accommodation. So this is where they imprisoned her. Not much of it left now. You see it's grand with all that type of stonework, can't you? Some pot doors there. Mine it would have been really cold, and I think that's their original bits and bobs for it, aren't they? But that's all what's left of the tower. I think a lot of people took stuff for souvenirs after she died or were executed by Queen Elizabeth. It's quite old, isn't it? So we've seen the Queen Mary Tower, you've seen the keep. I just need to have a look round. I've not really mapped this out very well of it, but it's enjoyable anyway. But that's quite impressive, that bit over there. I'll show you in a minute. This is the Captain's Tower. That's all original. Let's have a look. What's that? That's a no, I thought that might have been the train. So this was built during the reign of Henry II. He reigned 1154 to 1189. He was King of England and also World Great Territories in France. As Duke of Normandy. That's all oak. But that is the toilet. I've just found the toilet. That's the toilet. There you go. You can't really see much down there. Instagram room, innit? And then we go up here. What's this one here? Let's have a look. Just some type of bedroom, I think. Small bedroom, be a cold bedroom with no heating on, wouldn't it? And possibly takes you back onto the top of the wall. Maybe, or another room above. Some type of closet. And it takes onto wall walk. Sabinosi. Some big cannons pointing that way as well. English heritage, it's worth a shout. Just have a look round it, to be fair. My first day, my first night, so I'll have a good look round it. Quite a big cannon then, isn't it? Two of them. We were taking some pictures of these, to be fair. It says 1809 then. But that's your views. Cracking there, but it's going to change weather, so we'll crack on with it while we've got the weather with. That's the big keep. That's the tower, the Queen Mary Tower, I believe, where we went earlier when we looked at it. That's what's left of it. We get a better view when we go down here, I think. Yeah, we did look at that earlier. That's the cathedral, which I'm going to visit at some stage while I'm here. I'll get my head together with that a little bit, to be fair. But yeah, that was where she was detained, Mary Queen of Scots. And apparently when she'd been executed, after long time afterwards, people were taking souvenirs and knocked it down and were taking souvenirs. So that's all what's left of the tower, which were a grand room, a dining area for them. Obviously not built for her initially, but that's what it was used as to imprison her. And obviously we've seen the keep, we've been on all in that, that's quite good. I don't know if you can hear me, it's a bit windy. It's a lift, old-fashioned lift. Mary Queen of Scotland, like I told you. Executed 1587, I think we've already done that. That's a big cannonball, if that's a cannonball.
Nonwy held for Carlisle town, at Stanshore Bank, Edenby Cross.
The water was great, it was still, whenever a horse would land with us.
And when we reached the station,
Parliamentary uniform there.
the wind was rising loud and high, and there the Red Guard
Excuse the wind, I do apologise, but it is windy. And these here barracks, different types of barracks, different names. I could do with a cup of coffee, if I'm honest. Dry as a bone. I think I will be coming back at some stage before I go home, so I can take it all in and get some more photographs, but it's quite impressive, if you agree with that. Let's get me back down and I'll just give you a rundown at Castle, what happened over years and years before it came a military ballot. Just so we can get out of the wind if we can. So just bear with me, we'll have a look. So let's recap regarding that. Anyway, let's get back to about Castle. So Castle were built on the same site as the fort. It was built by William II after he defeated Warlord Dolphin. The castle firstly could have been a simple ringwork enclosure or earth and timber, using a natural slope in the north and a deep cut ditch defence to the south. Henry I obviously visited this prior to all this. He reigned between 1100 to 1135. He visited Carlisle in 1122. He ordered it to be fortified with castle and towers. After Henry I died, Carlisle Castle was taken by David I, King of Scotland, who possibly continued building when Henry had left it, what were left of it. However, it changed hands again. Henry II visited in 1186, his reign 1154 to 1189, and then King John 1199 to 1216 rebuilt the outer curtain wall. The fort became obviously a nucleus of prosperous town. Obviously went Romans at it, and that's the reason why it got so much press and trade. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but if I have, I do apologise. Put around these barracks if we can, if they're allowed. But they've all got different names. So these must be battles or countries. So you've got widespread, but I'll have to do some research on that and tell you what that means. And over a seagull, don't pull on me, get away. Different barracks. It's spotted some snap at it, that seagull. Gallipoli, there. That says Burma. You see that? Arroyo, whatever that means. These must have been famous battle. Gotta be for barracks names. I wish them seagulls would get lost. Arnhem. A bridge too far. And I think this is the museum. Arnhem. Look at a tank and all. We'll have a look at that tank and these guns when we get a chance. Look at that one. Armoured vehicle. We'll have a quick look in here. Quite impressive that. King's Own Royal Border Regiment. Tried and valiant for duty, not for show. This is my bed fortnight, bigger than my bedroom. And this here, this is part of a Roman altar found in '87 to be reused as a lintel in a medieval doorway to right to this building. What's it said? Just go with me. Can you see that inscription on it? It says on the side of it is carved a pair of clasped hands. Can't see that. With a wreath of leaves below is representation of Ganymede, the cupbearer of Zeus, being carried off by Zeus in the guise of an eagle. Well, that's the hands, isn't it? I think, yeah, that's the hands. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that little escapade. It's only been it's been a long and not short, and if I'm honest, it's my first time back. Maybe a little bit rusty, but I've done best I could. There were a lot of people here, so it's a bit awkward to talk when there are people behind you and things. As you know, I'm a bit shy, not. Anyway, so it's coffee time now. Maybe visit Cathedral, cup of coffee, see what time it shuts, and then back to room, refreshing up, and then dinner time. Right, thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and our next adventure, Troopers Travels, is out. See you later, bye.